Hello, my African brothers and sisters. This is the Master Articulator, once again coming from you live from Los Angeles, California, with another spiel that I think you must hear. Again, I want to expound on that idiot box, which we call the television. Yeah. See, in the last episode, I related to you how the television is being used to degrade our race. One of the ways they use the television of late, of the last 30 years, is that they get a black man and they crucify him on the television. They get a famous black man. He got to be real famous, though. And they get this famous black man and they crucify him in front of the whole world. They make a circus out of his trial and everything. So the whole world is tuned in, being entertained off the humiliation and dehumanization of a black man. Now, you would notice that it's sex crimes. It's always a sex crime that they use to dehumanize the black man. Why a sex crime? Well, let's understand that you have a higher nature and a lower nature. Or you can say that you have a spiritual nature and a physical nature. We are spiritual beings having a physical experience, metaphysically speaking, of course. Then you can say that you have a godly nature and an animal nature. Your animal nature manifests between your legs. Your godly nature manifests in your head as a divine or spiritual being. See? So, one thing to show that you are an animal, that you're nothing but an animal, is to show that you have no control over your animal nature, which manifests between your legs. See? When you can show that a man has no control over his animal nature, over sex, that shows that he's nothing but an animal. That's a dehumanizing process. And this is why they use sex crimes. See? Let's go back to Mike Tyson. A man that had hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. See? They said that he raped this woman, this sister, that came to his hotel in the middle of the night with no panties on. But they convicted him of it, had a big old trial, which was a circus, and sent him to prison. Now, if they don't have a black man that they can accuse of a sex crime, then they'll just invent anything. They'll get a famous black man and crucify him for anything. They invent a crime like they did OJ. I'm 100% convinced that they invented that crime in order to dehumanize the entire black race. And if you don't think they'll do it, you don't understand white folks. You don't understand white folks at all. You don't understand how devious and wicked they are. Yeah. I'm not finna go over the trial of OJ. But you know what? I can tell you right now that way back in the 90s, I had predicted that they're going to take down Bill Cosby one day. I had predicted that. Because I know white people. I know them like a book. And lo and behold, they took him down. They got Michael Jackson. They got Bill Cosby. And this theme is going to keep going. It's going to keep going on and on and on and on. We knew 10 years that R. Kelly was messing with young girls. 10 years ago, we knew that. You know. But then they make a documentary on it. And have all these women coming on there. These grown women coming on there. Now, I'm not justifying what he do. You know. But I'm just telling you about these people. It's millions of white folks that molest young girls and young boys. And you don't see them displayed on the television. You don't see them having a big circus out their trial. You know, you don't see them finding them guilty in documentaries and everything before the trial even began. You don't even know about them. And they're famous. You got a gang of famous white peckerwoods molesting all kind of people because that's what they do. Man, you got to believe me. White folks is the most sexually deviant people on the planet. And they try to point at us. See, what it is projection. You know. Their evils and sins they project on us as if we the ones that do it. You know. So they got them like, so they have Oprah Winfrey, one of their little house Negro wenches. She doing a documentary on Michael Jackson after he been dead for 12 years. What's wrong with this broad? It's bad business, Oprah. I see you. I always saw you, but I see you now for who you are. You and your girlfriend. You know, Gail. Doing that to R. Kelly. You know, they have their house Negroes. They work with their house Negroes real close to try to show that if it's not racist, you know. But we're smart enough to see through this bullshit that y'all putting up out there. Oprah Winfrey and Gail and whoever else they use. Because they always using their house Negroes to make it seem like it's not racist. Like it's not race oriented, you know. But here you prosecuting this man after some stuff that he did 20 years ago. But you knew what he was doing. You always knew what he was doing. Because y'all probably doing it too. All you Hollywood sycophants. Probably doing the same thing he doing. You know. But you need a trial every 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 years. Y'all need a black man to crucify. And so you crucify Michael Jackson while he's dead. Try to destroy his legacy. You couldn't get him while he was alive. You had a trial. You had the FBI investigating this man for 20 years. and they couldn't come up with nothing. And now here this black woman is on television with these two liars on there. Wade, that he got caught in all type of lies, and now Oprah got him on her show to tell his story. Oprah, you ain't shit. You and Gail. So now we finna go through this big circus again. And when this circus is over, I guarantee you that they're gonna pick out another famous black man for some type of sex crime. And we're gonna have another circus. It's gonna be displayed all over the world, all over the United States and the world, like I said, about how this black man can't control his sexual organ between his legs, and he's raping somebody or molesting somebody or doing something. You can guarantee it, because this is how they dehumanize us as a race, degrade our character. This is how they do it. And they're going to keep doing it. Why? Well, they don't want us ever to have a good image, because they have plans for us. And the plans that they have for us consist of people not seeing us as human beings. So whatever they do to us, everybody in the world gonna say, yeah, they deserve it. It's justified. Because they're not humans no way. They're a drag on society, on civilization. So we don't need them here. They don't need to be on this earth. This is why they constantly attack us and dehumanize our image in the media. Because the media, like I said before, is the greatest propaganda box ever invented in the history of the world. And so they use it to degrade our race. And you can bet your last dollar that in a few years there's going to be another black man before the media, a famous black man before the media, for a sex crime. Remember, the master articulator said that. I'm out.